Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. A popular chart analyst says the XRP show begins as volume is being squeezed, and also shares some interesting data having to do with XRP dominance in terms of the market. At this point, obviously, Bitcoin is dominating by quite a bit. It's over half of the entire crypto market cap, $1 trillion. It just broke that. And a lot of excitement within the last, say, I don't know, 15 hours or so, as Bitcoin quickly, when it got to $50,000 again after being down after the CPI numbers from the other day, when it got back to $50,000, I kid you not, in like maybe a little over 10 minutes, it went from $50,000 to $51,000. So things can happen fast in crypto. And it briefly topped out a little over $52,000, and it's a little shy of that level at the time I'm recording this. XRP not exactly being a slump at this point in time, at 53.9 cents as I record this, and it was briefly over 54 cents. Yes, XRP show begins indeed. So I want to share with you perspective and some thoughts on what's going on here from a few analysts. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And market cap for the asset class, very close to $2 trillion. It's at $1.96 trillion. Absolutely astonishing. And before getting into a couple very XRP-specific things, and I do have a few of those for you in this video, let's talk about the backdrop of what's been happening here and what people are saying. There's this perspective from chart analyst Rakesh Upadhyay, who writes for Cointelegraph. He says, Bitcoin's market capitalization reached $1 trillion on February 14th, buoyed by the strong demand from the newly launched spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds. Data shows the ETFs recorded more than $600 million in inflows on February 13th alone. Bitcoin ETFs bought 10 times more Bitcoin than what miners produced on February 12th. Pomp Investments founder Anthony Pompliano said in an interview with CNBC that roughly $200 billion in Bitcoin is tradable, as 80% of the total supply has been dormant. Pomp added that the Bitcoin ETFs have devoured 5% of Bitcoin's entire tradable supply within 30 days of their launch. Okay, a couple quick things here. And I don't want to talk too much about Bitcoin ETFs in this video. But it's very clear that the Bitcoin ETFs were not a buy the news event. It was briefly, it moved kind of sideways right after the news broke, but it seems to have been, for some period of time, more of like a sell the news event, and the market's rebounded, but I don't think that it's because of the ETFs, because the ETFs, despite this fantastic news, and this is just data they're sharing with you, it is true, that is good, that was not sufficient volume to drive the market to the degree that it has been driven back upward. So it's nice to have it, it's great, I just don't buy the narrative. I'm still of the mindset that these investment vehicles for Bitcoin, these ETFs, they are of material importance over a prolonged period of time. But in the short term, great to have it, but it's nothing more than a narrative. Now, I shouldn't say nothing more. It matters. It's just people are making too much of it. And since I don't want to focus on this too much in this video because it'd go too far off the rails and I want to talk about XRP specifically, I'll just note that I am going to talk about this more in the future because there are some narratives that if people believe them, it can just throw you off the rails. And yes, specifically for XRP holders, because it could lead you to believe various things will happen. So I do want to talk about it more in a separate video, but I'll leave it live for now. Anyway, piece continues. The sharp rally in Bitcoin sent the Crypto Fear and Greed Index score to 79 on February 13th, showing extreme greed. And the next sentence is false, but I'll read it. The last time the index entered the extreme greed zone was in mid-November 2021 when Bitcoin reached the all-time high of $69,000. Folks, that's literally not true. I highlighted it when it happened in January. That was the first time since November of 2021, and it finally did happen again yesterday. Now, I don't have an update for you on whether or not it's going to hit it when the next update happens because it updates once every 24 hours, and it hasn't yet. It is 6:12 p.m. Central Time, because that's my time zone, on Wednesday, February 14th, 2024. And what a romantic day it is for a bull market. It's so much romance in the air. And then they write, during strong bull phases, the sentiment may remain in the extreme greed zone for an extended period, but the higher the price goes, the greater the risk of correction. Yes, and that is the thing to watch for. even being in extreme greed, and we're going to see more of that in the short term, I think. I'm telling you right now, eventually the market will be in extreme fear again. I don't pretend to know when. It's going to happen, though. And when we were in extreme fear in November of 2022, I told you, I don't know when we'll be in extreme greed again, but we will be in extreme greed again. And it happened in January of this year, and now it happened again yesterday. And you're going to be seeing more of that. I just don't believe that the market's in euphoria yet. Because when the market's in euphoria, different things happen. First of all, you get way more Google searches for Bitcoin and crypto. You get the laser eyes and the diamond hands. You get celebrities talking about this stuff. And you get a way higher score into extreme greed on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. So I'd say there's tons of excitement in crypto right now. But is it what we saw during the top of the last market cycle? It doesn't look to me like the answer is yes. Now, leave the chart analysts to say their opinions on what's actually going to happen. I'm not a chart guy. I don't want to be a chart guy. It bores me to tears. I'm interested like you in following this stuff. I'm just noting, and it's my personal opinion, it just doesn't look to me like this is the type of human behavior in terms of euphoria that we saw last market cycle. But yes, there is a lot of excitement with people watching like second after second, minute by minute, what's happening with Bitcoin price. But you know what? I say have fun with that. Because most of what it is to be investing in crypto, it's sideways and downward price action. That's what it feels like at a minimum, right? So when the good stuff happens, yeah, go nuts with it. Pay too much attention. You deserve it. Because most of the time we don't get that. Yes, have fun with it. Again, to me, just because we're doing that, I don't see like the blow off top euphoria. That's all I'm saying. Now here's a post from XRP chart analyst Dark Defender, and he shared this chart. This is a volume of XRP in billions of dollars going back to 2018. And he notes the following, and this is so fascinating to see because I don't normally see it broken down like this, and I thought you guys would like this, but he said, when the volume is squeezed, XRP show begins, get ready for the launch. And it's just funny kind of seeing after what happened after the all-time high, what happened. Volume did indeed get squeezed. You can see what he's talking about if you're looking at the screen. And then when euphoria hit for crypto markets in 2021, XRP went along for the ride. And yeah, it's true we didn't get a new all-time high because of the SEC nonsense, but now XRP is unshackled. So when this thing finally goes, yeah, we're going to see what happens when XRP is not being attacked by a government agency. But look, you can see on the right side here, since that moment after the euphoria died down and then the volume did what it did, it's getting squeezed. You can see what he's talking about here. Just say, well, I mean, he's kind of hinting, right? He's not even hinting. He says, get ready for the launch. So if history is to repeat, we're going to have a very fun time. That's what he's getting at here. Pretty freaking cool. He also shared this chart, and this is really interesting too. And I don't see analysts break this data down too frequently. So as soon as I thought this, I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. I got to share this. This is just an XRP market cap dominance. That's what this is, dating back like to way back. You know, it looks like it started in the later part of 2014 actually. And so here's what he noted. And if you can look at, if you're not driving or anything like that, if you're at a safe place where you can look at the screen, it might be fun to do so. But I'll read to you what he noted about this chart that's on your screen. Crypto cap dominance XRP. Chronological order of lows to highs. And there's some things to say about this, so check this out. Number one, low, 0.26% in July 2014. Okay, so now imagine this, though. XRP had been trading for what? I don't know, about a year? Because I think the first time that XRP was tracked on, like, you know, Coin Market Cap, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, you can check me on this, but I'm pretty sure it was August of 2013. So, and I don't know, maybe it could have been trading before that. I wasn't around in crypto back then, so I don't know for sure, and I don't know of a great way to figure that out. Maybe it was trading before then, it just didn't pop up on CoinMarketCap till then. But it's all I'm saying is not surprising to see that even though there were almost no cryptocurrencies in existence, XRP, even in 2014, 0.26% market dominance. Number two, high of 20.69%, and that was December 2014. My oh my, isn't it fascinating how things change so quickly? From July to December of the same year, 0.26% dominance to 20.69% dominance. And this is before XRP went absolutely ballistic, obviously, in 2017 in terms of price action. But it just shows you how much the market dominance can just go way back and forth. And the environment, obviously, a decade ago, very different than what we have now. It's harder to have a higher market dominance right now because there are over 20,000 coins now. Back in 19-2, which is what this chart starts at, there were like, what, 2 coins? There's like almost nothing, right? Anyway, number 3, low, went back down, low of 0.72%. That was January of 2017. And we know in January, XRP was what, about half a penny? Until suddenly it wasn't. Everybody was so mad at XRP all year. Oh, I quit XRP. I quit you. Okay, all right, chill out, bro. Chill out. But then it went. We know what happened. And check this out. Had a high, May 2017, 31.33%, because going into that time frame, it went from half a penny to, I think, about 42 cents. Then it went back down and everybody's mad again. And then we know what happened, though, of course. But in terms of dominance, that's not where it peaked. So number 5, low, 1.11% March 2021. And so he's saying here, the target now would be 14% June of 2025. So it depends on when you think this is all going to pop, when things are going to go. But I will say the idea of XRP dominance not peaking out higher than it previously had, that makes sense, but that doesn't mean that we won't have way better performance in terms of what the dollar figure is, because there's just more competition now. So in terms of the percentage of the pie, it gets, we'll see. But also, when you hit those highs, it's short-lived. So when you're talking about XRP at one point having 31% market dominance, that was for a brief moment in time. That's a flash in the pan. And then there are other coins that have had similar highs. I can only imagine Ethereum's at various points in time has been that high, or maybe even higher. Who knows? And then it goes back down. But all that to say, these things are cyclical, and if the market's going to go, it's going to go, and XRP is going to be a part of it, so far as I'm concerned. And then there was also this from chart analyst JD. He wrote, XRP, remove all the wicks/noise and focus on the line chart. Present day resembles 2017 before the 650X. Number 1, both within a symmetrical triangle pattern. 2, both with hidden bullish divergence. And 3, dumb money capitulated in 2017 before, and then he shares a little rocket emoji and laughy faces. And that is true. In fact, here, I'll show you the chart here. And yes, dumb money absolutely capitulated. In 2017, I saw that firsthand. I was brand new to crypto. I witnessed it. And I'm witnessing that right now. I'm witnessing people that have been in the XRP community, XRP holders for a long time, capitulating. And look, I'm not telling people not to sell. If you want to sell, I don't care. Go for it if you want to or don't. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not offering financial advice on that. I'm just observing this is what's happening. And I just noticed that these are the types of things to look for before massive move to the upside. It's just the point of the most pain, especially when people perceive other coins popping off and, oh my God, but my XRP is not. And here's the chart that he shared. You can see what he's talking about here. So you can see the symmetrical triangles here. This is the one from back in the day, and we know what happened there, right? XRP blasts off, ultimately hits new all-time high. And he's just noting, looking kind of samey in that sense. And then you look down here, hidden bullish divergence. Well, how about that? With the capitulation. So we'll see what happens here, but there's a reason that I keep saying with a fair amount of regularity that this is the most optimistic I've been as an XRP holder. I don't know for sure what's going to happen, and I acknowledge, of course, maybe Bitcoin doesn't hit a new all-time high, which means probably XRP wouldn't, or a black swan event happens, everything falls apart, stock market falls, and then crypto follows. Okay, fine. But I don't have a reason to be fearful of that at this exact moment, although I do acknowledge it could happen. I'm optimistic. Let's just see what the hell happens here. I mean, if it's going to happen, this is the time. So sit tight. We're all going to find out together. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.